was time to design something that was built from the ground up specifically to be an archival library building. Because if we want this to become a public institution, we have to create something that the public will appreciate and will be drawn to. And this facility, Helmut Jahn designed, enables the PMML to make that step forward.
It started as a controlled archival storage center. And as we worked on the building, the program evolved to include an exhibition center and a larger landscape element. Their thing was that we understood the role of the citizen soldier and that we understood the mission of the museum. I remember Helmut telling me, he said, this building needs to be rough and tough, like a piece of military equipment. And that was really the genesis of the architecture.
Working together with Jahn's office, coming up with this military notion of the landscape, we came up with this rampart idea. The large circular form is borrowed from military history of fortification, and it was a way for us to symbiotically connect the building to the landscape while giving it some form of protection, that being the rampart. The LAs are designed and cut through the circle as a way to connect to the broader landscape. We really want people to get out and enjoy this site and see the building from a series of vantage points.
When you see the building, you see that there are all these kinds of purposeful parts. The primary structure on this 36-foot grid is red. The intermediate beams were black. Every bolt is exposed. The welds are not ground.
Helmut always was striving for how do you take away what is not essential and you leave and you expose what is essential to it.
And we wanted to express the structure on the skin, and we did that through the use of this black and red patterned frit on the glass. It's less prevalent on the outside, but when you walk into the building, you see these lines of structure and these lines of frit. You get this kind of interesting layering, and it creates some very interesting dynamics with lighting. This building had to perform at a higher level environmentally.
We had to use really, really good glass with good thermal properties, good thermal insulation properties. It also had to reflect certain wavelengths of the sun to protect the archival materials within it. So we started off with the skin of the building. We started working towards the efficiency then, looking at HVAC systems, helped them make the decision that the best fit for this was a high efficiency, more conventional type system than the geothermal system.
We wanted to keep the site balanced. We wanted to make sure that we could manage the stormwater properly through the ponds. The whole site is irrigated through the ponds and the stormwater system.
It's a very sustainable feature. And then there was solar photovoltaics that ended up getting added to the site.
The main challenges were the steel and the glass systems, and marrying those together with Helmut Jahn's vision of what the building should look like. It made for a real incredible day where we lifted all of the steel up all at once with I think it was 7 or 8 cranes to bring the structure together. One day it was all down on the ground and the next day it was up in the air, and the form of the building was visualized.
This building probably represents more of his beliefs and philosophy that a building has to be true all the way through.
We now have a world-class building that people will want to visit, if nothing else, just for the building.
It is his representation of how you got to the most refined and simple structure, but yet have it be so powerful and useful.
It was a very special building to be involved with Helmut Jahn's office, because it was really, unfortunately, Helmut's last building. and it was really meaningful to the team to make sure that we got it right.
Helmut would be absolutely ecstatic.